Saturday, December 9th at 7:52 a.m. And I just got up and checked things and saw something a little strange. Back on November 30th, I put an apple in the basket, and they hadn't touched it for a couple days, so I moved it to this chair on December 3rd. Okay, they still pretty much never touched it. Well, last night I decided to put a pear with it because they seem to really like the pears. And I also have some meat sticks in a bag that are unopened, and I laid them there with the apple and the pear. Now this morning, I expected, I'd hoped, to see something happen here. And at first glance I thought, oh geez, a little animal got to this pear. I see it's knocked over a little bit. And just for reference, I put the pear on the chair, and then I put Kiki in the garage. So she was in the garage all night, so this was not her. So I get to looking at this, and I see something tried to eat it. So my first thought was rodents, and then I thought, well, maybe it was more like a raccoon. I don't understand if it was a raccoon, though, why there's only two little parts of this missing. Now the more that I look at it, the closer I look, you can see it looks like ridge lines from probably teeth, where the teeth grazed along there. Because at first I was thinking, okay, maybe if it was a Bigfoot, they just picked at it with their fingernails. But the ridge lines I'm seeing look more like teeth grooves. Then if you look in the back, there's another bite with it. So, and then like right up here, it looks like their teeth started up here at the top. And to me it looks like they took a bite like this, just a little, like a graze bite, and then stopped. Now, my next question in my mind is, how big can a raccoon's mouth open up? Because to me this looks like it would be possibly too big for a raccoon's mouth to open that wide. My next question is, if it was a raccoon, why didn't it eat more? And why is this stuff not even touched? The apple, I mean, this is moved a little bit, but the apple and they're barely moved or touched, and I don't see not one raccoon print or anything on that plastic. So I'm wondering if a Bigfoot of some, I'm not sure the age, I'm guessing it was probably a juvenile, maybe not a little tiny one, but did they just pick it up and just take one little bite? Now, I don't understand what's going on if it's the Bigfoots. It's almost like they're hanging back right now. One thing is that it was hunting season not long ago, and about the last thing they did was to put that gun shape on the chair. My son was here shooting his gun. You know that whole story from my last video. And we also had company here for 2 days. See, this is Saturday. They were here Wednesday and Thursday. Like from about noon into the evening both days. So one interesting thing is about that, and this was Thursday evening, when they left for the last time, they left, and also Jim left and went into town. And like when they were leaving, when Jim was leaving, I was getting ready to come outside. I grabbed the flashlight because it was dark, and I came out here and I was checking stuff with the flashlight. I checked over here at the railing. I checked all that. I checked the apple to see if they touched it, and they hadn't. So then I turned to go back to the house, and I hear from right down there in the field a vocal, and it was that owl sound that they make, which is mimic. It was a whoo, it's just not, it wasn't an owl. Anyways, so I think they were kind of maybe communicating to me, and like, I don't know what they were, just maybe saying, hey. And if they weren't communicating to me, maybe they were communicating to somebody else. But I think they could see my flashlight and saw me up here messing around and thought it was safe to communicate. Nobody else was here. And the people that were here for 2 days were gone. So, anyways, that was an interesting thing. But I don't know if they're just kind of holding back because they're feeling a little uneasy about what's going on up here right now, because there's not a lot going on. It was pretty cold up until yesterday. We had a warm, it was in the 50s actually. It's supposed to be warm today, and then it's going to get cold again. But I guess we shall see what happens. Over the next couple days, today. So with this, I'm not sure what to think. I'm going to not touch it. I'm going to just leave it there and see what happens. But here's my finger for reference to how big it is. I mean, it's a pretty big bite. I'm going to guess. Just this looks like at least an inch. There's almost an inch between, and then another like maybe 3/4 of an inch over here. So what would that be, an inch? What did I say? Inch, 3/4. It's probably around 3 inches. I'm gonna go get a tape measure. I want to guess. Okay, this is going to be hard. I'm going to have to hold this camera with my chin because I got to use both hands. So, let's see if this works. It looks to be almost 4 inches, the bite mark. But, I mean, both mark. Wait a minute. Let's see. Stay. I can hold it with my thumb. I didn't want to touch the pear too much. Just a second. Okay. Yes, it is just shy of 4 inches. So that's pretty big. Jaw opening. Could be a pretty big bite mark, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'll have to look up raccoons and stuff, but like I said, I don't understand why if it was a raccoon it didn't eat more of it, or a possum or anything, other than if it was a Bigfoot. And why the Bigfoot didn't eat more, I don't know either, but unless it's like I said, it's like they're being reserved, drawn back, and hesitant right now about things. Okay, I had mentioned this is December 9th. When they put that possible gun stick thing on the chair in the back, that was November 22nd, which was, I think, 5 days before gun season, but it was only a couple days after my son was here target practicing with his gun, which that happens to look just like it. Anyways, what I'm getting to is between my son target practicing then gun season for a week. And then Wednesday and Thursday we had company for 2 days from like noon into the evening. Taking into consideration all those things, I think right now they're a little uneasy about coming up here. So that makes me a little sad. But I don't blame them. So usually they all get over it and things will get back to normal, but this is one reason why I hesitate to put cameras out. I've done it so many times and tried to get pictures of them coming up to the porch and stuff, but they withdraw. They quit coming up and stuff, so I don't want to lose that trust, and I want to keep the interactions going because I feel that's the most important thing. I haven't spent the last 7-8 years building a relationship to have it destroyed. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with everything right now. I'm not taking my walk, and I was passing through here and just happened to notice this, and it's barely visible on the video, but I see it's almost like a square impression here. It goes about that thick, and it looks like 2 legs. Like I said, it's not too visible on here, but I can see it. The legs will go there. It's like something sat there and had its legs out in front of it. If that shows it any better or not. But that would be the size of a juvenile that, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years old maybe, I would say, just guessing. There, that shows it pretty good. Like right there would be the butt and the legs come down like this. Can't be sure, but they did come up last night, I think. I put a pear over here last night, wrapped up in this cloth. It was sitting right there. It's been there for it's been there for a couple nights. I wrapped it up in the cloth because it was cold and I tried to keep it from freezing so quickly. So anyways, I get up. The first thing I did was open the door, and I looked right over there from the door, and there's the pear. I'll show you that in a second. But somehow, let's say this was a little animal that did this, which I'm still not sure it wasn't. But it took the pear out of the cloth, put the cloth over here, and then somehow got the pear clear over there. And apparently sat over here and ate it. And it looks like some of it was eaten and spit back out. And that right there is the stem. Now, I don't know that a little animal would do that. But like I said, my biggest question is, a little animal is going to unwrap the pear, move the cloth to the side, and then somehow get it over here and sit here and eat it. So I almost didn't even record this because I wasn't sure. But since I just found this little impression in the grass, what looks like something was sitting here, I thought I'd better go ahead and record it. So anyways, they haven't been doing much. I've been a little concerned. So this gives me a little bit of hope. Like I said, this may not be anything. It could be a little animal that did that. So, like a raccoon or a possum or something. So anyways, we'll see what the next few days bring. Hopefully they'll start doing some more sorting. This is December 23rd, 4:43 p.m. And I am so relieved that the Bigfoots, I'm almost 100% sure they were up. I'll tell you why here in a second. Okay, on the 21st, I put an apple out on the slinky for them. So it's been sitting here for 2 days. So I just got up from a nap. It was about a 2-hour nap. And came out here. I think I checked stuff before I went in there to lay down, to be honest. And nothing had changed. So I get up and the apple's gone. And the shell in the cars is knocked off. Now, the fact that this was during the day makes me think that it probably wasn't an animal, like a raccoon or possum or something. Also, if you look on the railing here, there are no footprints from a small animal. And there would be, because you can see how the rain drops have made it so that print would show up pretty well. And so, as you can see, the apple is nowhere to be found. Not even a crumb of it, so I believe they took it whole. And Slinky's not disturbed. I find it hard to believe that a little animal could pull that off. I mean, they probably could, but it's highly doubtful. Okay, so I have something really sad to report. We lost our Bitsy Wednesday morning. She passed away. And, oh jeez. So I buried her over here. I thought I was going to be able to talk about it now without crying, but it's apparently not. But I buried her over here, and I retired her kitty from the railing, and I buried her with her little tiger baby. So, anyways, I just wanted to let y'all know that I've also been so worried about the Bigfoots not being up much, so I'm happy that they're doing something. But anyways, we're gonna miss our Bitsy. Okay, I have to make this quick because I have something. I know Jim had COVID, and so it's cold, but out, and I don't want to be out here long, so I'm not feeling well. But I'm so happy to see that the Bigfoots are doing stuff again, because this marble was at this end, so they switched these two, so they're back to doing cool stuff like that again. It makes me so happy.